We're going to continue now with reflection on the coordinate plane. Here is the definition of reflection again. It is a transformation that flips a figure across a line called the line of reflection. Each pre-image, this is important, each pre-image point and its corresponding image points are the same distance from the line of reflection. We are going to need that part in order to be able to perform these reflections on the coordinate plane. Now, even though any line can be a line of reflection, the only lines of reflection we are going to be working with specifically are going to be the x and the y axes and any horizontal and vertical lines. All right, so here is our first example. We have triangle GHI. Again, I have the pre-image coordinates written out for you. What we are going to do is we're going to try to see if there's what the relationship is between your pre-image and your image coordinates once we get it. So we are going to be reflecting across the x-axis here. And the strategy to doing this is first you want to actually draw in your line of reflection. So the x-axis is right here. Now that we have our line of reflection drawn, all we are going to do is match the distances. So the definition says that the pre-image coordinate is the same distance from the line of reflection as the image coordinates. So let's start with point G. Point G, as you can see, is 2 units from the line of reflection. It is 2 units above the line of reflection. What we are going to do is we are going to match that distance below the line of reflection. So 2 units below the line of reflection. This point right to there is going to be your G prime. All right, let's do it with point H. Notice that point H is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units from the line of reflection above it. We are going to match that distance below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so this point right here is going to be your H prime. Let's go on to point I. I is 1, 2, 3 units above the line of reflection. Match that below. 1, 2, 3 units below. That point right there is going to be your I prime. And then connect your points and you will get your image point. You have reflected the triangle GHI across the x-axis, creating triangle G prime, H prime, I prime. Now we are going to list out your image coordinates. All right, so the image G prime, the coordinates for G prime is going to be -3, -2. H prime is going to be -1, -6. And then I prime is going to be 1, -3. And again, see if you notice any patterns between the coordinates of your pre-image and your image. We will talk about this in a later lesson, but see what you can figure out right now. All right, example number 2. We are now going to be reflecting across the y-axis. The pre-image points are listed out there for you. Okay, so same strategy. You are going to draw in the line of reflection. In this case, it is the y-axis, so draw that right on in. So remember, all we do is match the distances from the line of reflection. Let's start with J. So if you look at J, point J is 2 units to the left of the line of reflection. To create its image coordinate, you need to match that distance on the right. So it is going to be 2 units to the right of your line of reflection, and you can label that J prime right on there. Okay, and then we're going to do the exact same thing for K. K in this case is 1, 2, 3 units on the right already, so we are going to match that on the left. So 1, 2, 3 on the left. This is going to be K prime. And then for L, L is 1, 2, 3 units on the right. And so we match that on the left. 1, 2, 3. This is your L prime. Connect those 3 points there. And that purple shape is now your image reflected across the y-axis. So again, let's list out your image coordinates so that we can see a pattern. Let's go with J prime. J prime is now at 2, 5. K prime is now at -3, 7. And L prime is at -3, 2. Again, look for some patterns, see what you notice. Example number 3, now we are going to be reflecting this quadrilateral, MNOP, across the line x equals -3. And notice that the pre-image coordinates are not listed because we are only going to look at patterns for reflections across x and y axes. This is not a reflection across an axis. X equals to 3, if you recall, is a vertical line. Alright, so we are going to be reflecting across this vertical line. Draw in your line. X equals to 3. -3 is right here. Draw that in. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. Match the distances of your pre-image point to the line of reflection. So starting with M, notice that M is 1, 2, 3, 4 units from the line of reflection on the right-hand side. We're going to match that on the left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is where our M prime is going to be. Do the same thing for N. N is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units from the line of reflection. Match it on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is your N prime. O is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units from the line of reflection. Match it on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. O prime. And lastly, P. P is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units from your line of reflection. Match it on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. P prime. Connect your points there. M to O to P back to M. And there it is. Your figure MNOP is reflected across the line x equals -3. Last example, we are going to reflect across the line y equals 2. And if you recall, y equals 2 is a horizontal line. And we are going to draw that horizontal line right on in. X equals 2 is right here. Okay, same thing. Match the distances from the line of reflection. Let's start with M. M is 1, 2 units above, so therefore match it below. 1, 2 units below, and that is going to be your M prime. Let's go with N. N is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units above. Match that below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N prime. O is 1, 2, 3 units above. Match that below. 1, 2, 3 units below. O prime. And then lastly, if you notice, P, the point P is actually on your line of reflection. So since it's on the line of reflection, it actually does not change. Stays where it is. Connect your 4 points. And you will have your figure reflected across the line y equals 2.